China might attack Taiwan, risking all partnership with the US. The recession is here. The housing and stock market is dropping. Amazon aggregators are laying off employees, and everyone is trying to sell their Amazon business right now, and they are running away with fear. Yet, I still believe that right now is the best time ever to start an Amazon FBA business. And by the end of this video, you will know why I am going to double down my money into Amazon FBA during this recession. Hi, my name is Robbie. I'm a multiple seven-figure Amazon FBA seller, and I still plan to double the growth of my business within the next year, even with the recession here. And in my channel, I share genuine Amazon FBA and mindset tips. So if you want to follow my journey, make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified for when I post a new video every week. So one of the best reasons why right now is the best time to start Amazon FBA is because it's a lot less capital to get started versus a year ago. For instance, the shipping cost has gone down 40% since the beginning of this year. So to give you an example, in January, one of my units per unit cost for my product to ship was $3.20. Right now, that cost is $1.75. That's about $1,500 cheaper to ship your products into the US versus a year ago. I know a lot of sellers are talking about Amazon fees going up, storage fees going up, PPC fees going up, and it's not profitable to get into Amazon anymore. But these are all fees that you account for prior to deciding whether or not you want to sell a product. And if a potential product that you want to sell falls below a certain threshold that you have, let's say, for instance, you want to do a product that's 100% ROI and 25% net profit. If it doesn't reach those margins, you just don't sell the product at all and decide to sell the product, and then all problems solved. These fees that you account for should never ever come out of your pocket. And to this day right now, I am still finding products to sell in the future that are 100% ROI and 30% net profit. Right now, there's less demand for suppliers because of the market dropping, and it's going to be less demand moving forward. So what does this mean? This means that you are going to be able to get the cost down for production. You are also going to be able to negotiate a little more with production with suppliers because they are going to want more business moving forward. For instance, for me, I was able to get the production down for my product, each one of my products, 15 cents down per unit. I know it's only 15 cents down per unit, but you multiply this by a few thousand units and you are able to save a few $1,000s, right? Or not even a few $1,000s, $1,000. And this just proves that it's less capital intensive to get into this business right now. Also, on top of that, it only costs around $4,000 to $5,000 to start this business versus stocks and real estate. You need a lot of starting capital in order to get started, and it's a lot more risk with your money. I hope that you are enjoying this video, and if you are, please smash that thumbs up button for me so that we can bring awareness to more people about this great opportunity. Now that I've spoken about Amazon FBA being a very affordable option, it is also a very scalable investment with a very quick ROI. So I was able to turn a $9,000 investment into a business that I can walk away and sell for $3 million. And this is more than 300x my investment in only 2 years. And let's just say the demand goes down by 50% because of this recession. I can still walk away with $1.5 million, and that is still 150x my investment. This is something that you cannot do with these other investment options unless you have a lot of starting capital. Smart investors know that the best time to get in is when everybody's running, to hold on to it and to build it up, and then to sell it when everybody's coming back in. So this is how you double your investment that easily. You start now, you build it up, and you hold on to it until the market goes back up for when the recession is over. And then this is going to make the value of your business appreciate like crazy because of two things. So one, the Amazon business selling market is going to go back up for buyers, and then two, the consumer spending is going to go back up because people is going to have jobs, people is going to have a lot more money to spend, and they're going to see that the inflation's over, and which means that you are going to make even more profit with your products later on. I'd love to know what's stopping you from starting an Amazon FBA business right now. Let me know in the comment section below. After this recession, the demand for e-commerce is only going to go up. And I just want to share with you some articles on why I really believe that this is going to happen and to back up the growth of e-commerce post-recession. So first thing I want to share with you is Amazon's Google Trends. Okay, so this shows us how many people are searching Amazon over time. Google is the biggest search engine, so this is a really reliable source to know how much demand is in Amazon. So if you look at this, I did this within the past 5 years, And the higher that these lines are is the more demand. These really high peaks are during Christmas time because more people are wanting to buy for Christmas. So let's look at the bottom lines, right? If we were to draw a line from here in 2017 all the way to here, we would see that there is a steady uphill trend to this current day today. And because of COVID, which is here, you see how there was a spike here versus here. There was a spike here because consumers were forced to buy products online who never ever shopped online before because of necessity, because they were stuck at home because of COVID. So what this did was that this caused a new high in demand for consumers to shop online. So this is why, even though the last 2 years is a little lower than COVID, it's still way higher, than pre-COVID. So I think that this is going to just be an uphill trend going forward with e-commerce after the recession is over. So I just want to show you an article. So this article says e-commerce sales to exceed $1 trillion this year. This is a really reliable source, July 11, 2022. So this is after the recession was really talked about. The recession was starting to be talked about in May this year. And just to show you like a quick brief, it says thanks in part to pandemic-induced growth, which is what I just spoke about. Consulting predicts that online retails will reach $1 trillion in 2022, a milestone that pre-pandemic the firm predicted would occur in 2025. So we actually skipped 3 years in terms of growth because of COVID happening. By the end of 2022, the share of online retail sales excluding auto and gas will be up 22%, up from 20.8% in 2021 and then 15.2% in 2019. So this is showing that there is really big growth with e-commerce and Amazon in general moving forward. The report also predicts that e-commerce sales will exceed $2 trillion by 2030, and online sales will comprise of 31% of the market share by the decade's end. So this shows you a lot of potential with e-commerce and Amazon in general. And here's another one here. So it shows, insights, the global business-to-business e-commerce market from 2022 to 2031 forecast period. So if you want to look at a quick look at it here, it says that the market size is expected to grow from 8 trillion in 2021 to 9.5 in 2022 at a compound growth of 17%. Right? The e-commerce market is expected to grow 17.9 trillion in 2026 at a CAGR of 17.3%. So this is showing that this industry is only going to continue to grow. Experts really believe that this recession is not going to be a harsh one, nor is it going to last a long time, because unlike the recession in 2008 where there was no jobs and there was a lot of businesses closing down, today there are 2 jobs for every 1 person, but nobody's just willing to work for some reason. And the housing interest rate has gone down from 6% to 5 and change because they want to prevent an economic crash from happening. Also, car companies are trying to get approvals so that they can make their own chips, so that they don't have to wait on these chips, and to prevent delays so that the cost for cars could hopefully go back down, meaning that I personally honestly believe that the economy in the US is going to eventually balance itself out really soon. If you haven't checked out my last video about why Amazon FBA is a better opportunity than real estate and stocks and crypto during a recession, make sure you check it out. It's going to be above or in the description below. It's going to be very educational for you to learn more about this amazing opportunity. I know what you're thinking. If there's a recession, there's less demand for Amazon, which means that there's less money to be made. But what I want to tell you is that this doesn't matter. You play it like the housing in the stock market right now. So you don't look at the pre-market crash to determine your products. You find products that are profitable right now. So you, instead of looking at the pre-market, right, you only use the pre-market data, the pre-market crash data, to determine the potential profit for your product post-recession. So for instance, let's say you found a product that was making $10,000 last year and right now it's making $7,000. Predict that you will make anywhere from $5,000 to $7,000 during this recession for that product, and then you are going to predict that you will make $10,000 plus post-recession. So let's say, for instance, the demand is cut in half during a recession, all you have to do, instead of launching one product at 100% demand capacity, you launch two products at 50% demand. And this doesn't cost any more than launching one product, because you are basically going to be launching the same amount of units, right? And then you strategically pick products wisely on what consumers will still buy even if the economy goes down. This brings us to the most important reason why I believe you should start an Amazon FBA business right now, and that is because of competition. So a lot of sellers are running away from this business because of fear, because of the economy right now. The people who are staying into this business, most of them are going to be making their decisions based on fear and emotions. And I really believe that emotional decisions are really, really bad business decision making. And if you have a very, very strong mental game, you are going to thrive in this industry during this time. There are many, many more obstacles to this business right now. So more obstacles means that it's going to prevent more and new competitors from coming into this industry. There are also a lot more moving parts to this business now, to this business model right now, which is going to stop people from coming in, because this is not like a few years ago where people saw this as a get-rich-quick tactic. It's an actual business model now. Also, if China attacks Taiwan, it's going to affect so many sellers. A lot of sellers are going to quit and nobody is going to want to enter. I don't want this attack to happen, but if it does, it's going to be a game changer. If this happens, US is going to cut all ties with China, and this is going to eliminate more than half of the competitors on Amazon in the US, meaning all the Chinese sellers in the US Amazon marketplace is going to be eliminated. Most sellers are not going to be willing to adapt to these new changes. They are not going to be willing to rebuild their supply infrastructure outside of other countries other than China. So this is why I believe that I really believe that the number forced to exit this business is going to be really, really high if this attack happens. And I really believe that if we have integrity and that if we are willing to adapt to these new changes, that moving forward, if this attack does happen, we are going to be able to take our Amazon FBA businesses to a new level moving forward. And let's say this attack does not happen and you start this business today and you wait for the next year or two when the market picks back up, for when competitors want to come in, new competitors. By then, you are going to be a mastered seasoned Amazon FBA seller. You're going to be building your experience up, as well as you are going to have an established brand that's going to be dominating your market. So new competitors, whoever wants to come in later on, are not going to even be able to compete with you, and they are going to be irrelevant to you. So this is why I think right now is a really great time to get this business going. And there you have it. Now you know my personal reasons on why I believe right now is the best time to start an Amazon FBA business. And if you want to learn how to start a successful and efficient Amazon FBA business, I do have a course that teaches you how to go from $0 to $100,000 per month. If you want to join, contact me. The link is going to be in the description below, and I'll catch you soon. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure you like and subscribe and share with all your friends and family. In next week's video, I plan to share my personal plan during this recession for my Amazon FBA business. It's going to be really, really informative, so I hope to catch you there. Take care.